Let me do this first. Okay, now that that's taken care of. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First off, I look a little bit differently. I no longer look like a Sasquatch that just predicts movies. And yeah, this video is just kind of like a last minute Golden Globe predictions. They are tomorrow. This award show usually chooses fire and brimstone. So there's gonna be a lot of weird nonsense, a lot of stuff I'm still debating on. So I'm curious what you guys are gonna think in the comments, especially in the comedy movie categories, which we'll talk about in a second. But first, here's my little co-host. Hi. All right. First off, I'm not going to talk about TV that much, but to recap, supporting is going to be Dan Levy, Gillian Anderson. Limited series is going to go Hugh Grant, Taylor Joy, and The Queen's Gambit. For comedy, it's going to go Jason Sudeikis, Lily Collins, Schitt's Creek. And for drama, it's going to go Jason Bateman, Sarah Paulson, and The Crown. Now we got that out of the way. Let's talk about comedy, because my comedy predictions have actually changed. I still think Sacha Baron Cohen's going to win supporting actor, but, and this is the key word here, but I'm actually going to go with Lin-Manuel Miranda and Hamilton for best comedy best comedy movie and best comedy actor. Now, this I debated on back and forth over and over, but I realized an interesting statistic about comedy actor. The last three winners played real people, because you had James Franco as Tommy Wiseau in The Disaster Artist, who won. You had Christian Bale as Dick Cheney in Vice, and you had more recently Taron Egerton, who was Elton John in Rocket Man. I think since Lin-Manuel Miranda is the only person who's playing a real person, something tells me that's what's going to happen, and I think that Lin-Manuel Miranda will win. Sacha Baron Cohen still has a great chance, and I still think he's going to win supporting actor. I do. As much as I want Daniel Kaluuya to win, and that's a lot, because he's still my favorite performance of the whole year, period. And Hamilton will win Best Film. Then drama and comedy actors. I think I'm sticking with Baklova for now. But I still think Rosamund Pike is. I think Michelle Pfeiffer is still a strong threat. And I think Anna Taylor-Joy could sneak up and seriously snipe it. They love like period pieces. They do. It's weird. Like besides Kate Hudson in music, any one of these four women in comedy actors could realistically win. And it's gonna be an interesting fight to see who's gonna win between them. Because again, you have Maria Baklova, who a lot of people are saying gonna win supporting actress at the Oscars, period. You have Rosamund Pike, whose performance is getting rave reviews. and it's almost becoming a cultural phenomenon. And then you also have Michelle Pfeiffer, someone who they liked before, someone who they nominated and gave the wins to. And then you also have Anya Taylor-Joy, new ingenue, this new actor. Well, she's not new, but you know what I mean. Like she's an actress that's getting new buzz, and it also helps the fact that she's in a period piece. Hey Hudson, I'm sorry, you picked a worst movie to be a part of. I'm sorry, you have zero chance of winning at all. Like music is just it seriously is a disgrace. I'm sorry. There's no other way to put it. And yeah, I think the comedy categories are more interesting and more competitive than people think. Now, I want to talk about supporting actors for a minute because I think support still think she's in the conversation, if you know what I mean. Let me know what your comments are, by the way. But yeah, what I find interesting is that I think Helena Zangel's picking up buzz. She's kind of getting up there. Scherzer is campaigning her ass off, like she is. Amanda Seyfried is in the most nominated movie of the year, at least here, Mank. And then you also have Close and Coleman, who's like these huge actresses, these huge icons. It's hard to ignore that. I I think I'm still sticking with Close, but it's still seriously a 5-woman race. Any one of them can win. And I think there's gonna be an upset. I know a lot of people are on the Seyfried train, which is understandable. I thought she was the best in the whole movie. But yeah, I don't think it's a slam dunk. I think if she wins, it won't be in a landslide at all, and it's just gonna be an interesting fight. Another category I want to talk about is director. Yes, director. I still think Chloe Zhao, but it's David Fincher, man, is sneaking up. Usually in this category, they don't go with the best directing mostly. They go with the most directing. Like, how many hoops did the director have to go through to make this movie a reality? How many technicals did they have to work with? Did they have to deal with weather? Did they have to deal with this? Like, they want to honor the people who literally have to work and work and work to make sure that this movie happened. I think Zhao and Fincher are the only two that are not only nominated here, that that you get what I'm saying, that fits that. I think Fincher is knocking on Zhao's door. I still think Zhao's gonna win the Oscar, even if she loses at the Globes. But man, David Fincher is definitely knocking. Knock knock. Like it's possible he snipes this from her. It is very much possible. Upsetting a lot of people on the internet. I'm sure of it. And then I want to talk about Best Picture drama, because that's another one that's really getting a lot of conversation. A lot of people think that Promising Young Woman could sneak up and take it from Nomadland or Trial, and I think so too. I think that is very much possible. But as I said in my last stream, it needs the screenplay win. It needs it. I think all I think whoever wins Best Picture Drama needs the screenplay Golden Globe. I do. So if Promising Young Woman wins that screenplay Golden Globe, it will win Best Picture Drama. There's zero doubts in my mind that would happen. But you gotta keep in mind, Nomadland could win the screenplay, and Trial of Chicago 7 could win the screenplay. It is very possible Trial of Chicago 7 could go for 5 for 5. I'm not predicting it, but it is very possible it goes 5 for 5. I'm predicting 3 screenplay, Best Picture Drama, and Sacha Baron Cohen, which is still a pretty good package. I think Song is more open than people are willing to admit. I know I love Speak Now. I think it deserves to win, but I would not call it a slam dunk. I would not call it a lock, especially in a category that's very free, very open. That 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 the other nominees wouldn't have a shot if the James Bond movie came out last year. Open ended, and I would not call any of those nominees a lock. So I think anime is still gonna go Soul. I think best foreign language film is still gonna go Minari. I think best actor drama is uh, is still gonna go with Chadwick Boseman. Best actress drama is gonna go with Carey Mulligan. But yeah, there's just a few categories that can really go in a million different directions. I think tomorrow will either decide the awards race or completely throw into utter chaos. And I think it has a realistic shot of doing both. I think TV should be interesting too. TV, I'm more curious about if my Lily Collins prediction will come true for that. But yeah, I don't think Schitt's Creek is going to sweep. I don't think The Crown's going to sweep. That's the only things I know for sure on the TV side. But yeah, sound off in the comments below. What do you think is going to win? What do you think is going to lose? And what do you think about this chaotic awards race? Tomorrow, I will be live streaming my reactions to the Golden Globe on here. So look forward to that. If you can stand my voice and my ugly mug for 4 hours, you win. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are always great hosts, a lot of great presenters, and I definitely think it's gonna be chaotic. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.